Good afternoon. Welcome to the Sacramento Public Library Authority Board. Today's date is January 25, 2024. It's 3:01 p.m. and this meeting is hereby called to order. And at this time, I'll ask our clerk if you would please call the roll and read the public statement.
Lisa Kaplan. Lisa Kaplan. Karina Talamontes.
Here.
Katie Valenzuela.
Here.
Katie Maple. Mai Vang. Phil Cerna.
Here.
Patrick Kennedy. Rich Desmond. Sue Frost.
Here.
Pat Hume. Mary Jane Lopez Taff. Rob Brewer. Kevin Spees.
Present. Sean
Farmer. Garrett Gatewood.
Here.
Bina Lefkowitz.
Here.
Saul Hernandez.
Here.
As a quorum with 8 members present. This meeting of the Sacramento Public Library Authority is cablecast live on Metro Cable 14, the Local Government Affairs channel, and the Comcast Consolidated Communications and AT&T Uverse cable systems. This meeting is closed captioned and live streamed at metro14live.saccounty.net. Today's meeting will be repeated Saturday, January 27th at 4 p.m. on Channel 14 and can also be viewed on Metro Cable 14's YouTube channel. The meeting will also be recorded via Zoom. A DVD copy will be available upon request no later than 2 weeks following today's meeting. The full agenda, including reports, is available on the library website at www.saclibrary.org. Members of the audience wishing to address the board should complete a speaker identification form located at the back table and give it to the clerk. Members attending via Zoom should raise their hand in the Zoom program. Please speak clearly when addressing the board and state your name for the record. Comments are limited to 3 minutes so that everyone may be heard.
Thank you. And Vice Chair Talamontes, would you mind leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And I wonder if we have any public comment on matters not on the agenda? Okay, great. Thank you. And our next item is presentation from the Friends of the Sacramento Public Library. And I'm not sure who's...
Devon Graves is on Zoom.
Devon?
Hello.
Hi, Devon.
Hey, how's it going? It's
Good.
to see everyone. Devon Graves, Vice President for the Friends of the Sacramento Public Library. Thank you for the opportunity to report on behalf of the organization. The Friends of the Sacramento Public Library held our last board meeting on January 9th. And we have our next upcoming meeting, which is our All Friends meeting, which is Sunday, February 25th. So please, if you have the time, stop by and hang out with us to talk things all friends. There's 2 items that I want to update you on that our board discussed at our last meeting. One of them revolves around our booked-in. We had a great report from the team over there, and I wanted to share a couple of highlights from that. So according to Publishers Weekly, book sales in the U.S. dropped in the first 9 months of the year by 4.1%. And those numbers were down from 2021 and 2022. However, the booked-in has continued to increase its sales, and our prices haven't changed. We still donate a lot of books to various organizations. We do our coupon bag sales, and we hold special sales on a regular basis. And some of the interesting numbers here, the coupons redeemed in 2023, the membership renewal for 40% off, we've received about 197 of those coupons. And then our summer reading coupons, we've received about 388. And when we look at some of the other areas that the book sales are responsible for, like our Amazon sales, our overall sale volume increased from 15% to about 3,400 books to about 4,000 books. So we are just so excited to see continued progress that's going on. Our booked-in volunteers are amazing, and I want to make sure that you all know that they're amazing and that they get the public shout out that they deserve. So thank you to our booked-in volunteers. And then lastly, just wanted to talk about, we received an update from our affiliate support committee. They provided a report. If you recall, I've updated you all about this before, where we have members who have formed a committee that's been going around and meeting in different regions and talking to different board leaderships across our friends organizations and talking about developing some tools and support to best support all of our volunteers who are supporting their local friends branches. And so we were able to kind of talk about what's completed and the work that's ahead. We're excited to be able to work on coming up with materials for annual training for folks who want to step into leadership at local friends board level. We want to be able to provide a fact book and worksheets for them so that they can continue to know about the JPA, know about the library, and know about the Friends organization. So this work is still ongoing, but we're making strides and hoping to be able to wrap this up so we have something there. The February meeting that I mentioned that's coming up, we will have new leadership elected. We will have some new board members elected. So we're excited for the organization to continue to do great work and keep supporting our libraries. So happy to take any questions at this time. And thank you again for the opportunity to share out.
Thank you, Devon. I don't have any members in the room, and I don't see anyone online, but I wanted to ask you regarding the Book Den, and the momentum that you have there is really great. And you were talking about your book sales on Amazon, so the volunteers are basically organizing books that have been donated, used books that have been donated, and then offering them up on Amazon. Is that what's happening?
Correct. Amazon is one of the outlets we utilize in eBay as well. So we're seeing increases on both Amazon and eBay sales for the Book Den.
Wow, that's really great. Well, I hope you will extend our huge appreciation to all the volunteers, and I'm excited that you're working at the local level, because I think locally, every library is a little different, communities are different, and so it's really great that you're personalizing it and reaching into the communities to get the right people, the right information so they can have the best results. So thank you so much for your leadership and the leadership of your board. And also we're hoping that in February, when the new leadership is elected, if there's changes or whoever that is, you'll bring them and let us meet them and see their smiling faces. And thank you so much for all that you do at the Friends of the Library.
Thank you.
And thank you for that report. Okay, our next item is item number 4, Executive Team Report. And our director, Peter Coyle, I'm assuming, is going to take that.
Yeah, thank you, Chair Frost, members of the Authority Board. I also want to start by thanking the Friends. I've had the opportunity this last couple of weeks to meet with both the board of the Friends and Friends Investing, and I am, every time I'm impressed with the excellent talent and dedication of our Friends, and I really think all the hard work that they do. So Devon, thank you for your report and for all the work that the Friends are doing for the library. I have a couple things I want to highlight from that the library is doing. And the first is when you guys came in, we gave you a copy of a book called Diasporican, a Puerto Rican cookbook. And this is a cookbook by a local James Beard award-winning writer, Ileana Masonet. And she is doing some virtual cooking classes. And she's also been coming to the library in person on March 13th at 6. So we're really excited to have this Sacramento resident come and give of her talents to our customers with her experience. And I'm not
Will
much
she
of a...
be coming to council chambers to show possibly the chicharron de pollo?
Well,
Because the only way we can really know if it's good
Well, I think
is if she comes and at taste tests.
Yeah, I think, Member Gatewood, if you come on March 13th at 6 p.m. to the library, you can ask her to make that.
Will she make food there?
I believe, yeah, she will be
What?
doing, yeah. And I don't Todd, if you have maybe want to talk a bit more about the program, I think Todd Deck may be on.
That's fabulous.
Zoom call.
Hi, everyone. Todd Deck, Community Engagement Manager. My department's working on the Ileana Maisonette program. Ileana is actually not going to be cooking in person at the program.
Wait. Let's change that. Go ahead and let's revisit this. The Ileana will be cooking chicharron de pollo.
I would like to second that motion.
All approved? Oh,
We
wait.
are having a health education council, though. They're actually at our North Highlands Library right now with our mobile kitchen, cooking recipes from the cookbook. So people are having that experience of smelling the food, hearing the sound of it come to life, which has been really delightful. We had 130 people visit Ileana virtually, and it was just a really beautiful conversation about growing up in Sacramento and eating in Sacramento. So I will ask if Ileana would be willing to do that, but I think it's going to be more of a conversation about her experience growing up and her experience in the food world.
Todd, I have a question. I'm sorry for my ignorance. Ignorance is not bliss. But what is diasporic, and what is the meaning of that word?
Diasporican is the idea of eating food that is of your heritage, but not in the geographic location it's at. So the part that's really interesting with Health Education Council is they talk a lot about the process of finding all of the ingredients in Sacramento to cook this specific cuisine. So it's a really interesting topic, and we're really so pleased that Ileana agreed to come and spend time with us and share this idea. We will be doing Middle Eastern food this fall with another exciting cookbook author to share with you.
And this is really fun. The history of adobo seasoning. This is really nice. Thank you very much. I'm sorry. I got so wound up in this. Director Talamantes. Vice Chair.
You're okay. Director Gatewood, if the chef can't come and cook there, I would like to nominate someone on this board. Director Chef Cerna, who I know is famous for his cooking. So if you want to follow a recipe, I would like to nominate you to
I would like
cook.
to second that nomination.
Would you accept?
And that would be
Director Cerna?
Reluctantly, yes.
Thank you.
That's putting him on the spot. He's a good sport. Well, Todd, thank you for your
Use this.
for arranging and working on all of this and promoting it. I know the communities are going to enjoy it, and thank you for filling us in on the rest of the story.
Great. Thank you, Todd. Chair Frost, there are a number of other items I'll go through now if you'd like. Yeah. We had a re-entry resource fair.
None of those matter. We just want to talk about this book.
Well, unfortunately, I think the staff who did the other programs will maybe take exception to that, so we probably should talk about the other things we did. We had a reentry resource fair on January 11th at the library, and this was the first time we've done this, and it was to bring resource providers and residents together to understand the resources available to those who are reentering the community. And we had over 150 people participated, and New Skin Tattoo Removal offered free 6 tattoo removal sessions with a raffle. And so some of the folks who were coming back into society after having been in the justice system had that opportunity to have tattoos removed if they felt that was something that they needed to do. So really grateful for those folks for offering that service. And the other item we have are we starting our prom drive. We've done this for a number of years. So if you have formal wear or semi-formal wear of any type, you can drop them off at the libraries, and we'll be giving those away at an event at 16 libraries in March.
Do they have to be new, or can they be used, or from a? It doesn't like.
Yeah. Most of them have been worn,
Okay.
once or twice.
Like a tuxedo or like
Yeah,
a
tuxedo or a bridesmaid's dress you may only wear once, or
I
those
only wear
sorts
them
of
once.
things. So yeah, suits you might have that you've outgrown, or shirts or skirts or any of those sorts of things. Yeah, anything. Oh, yeah, gently used. Yes.
And we
yes.
can drop them off at any library.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. The other item I wanted to talk about is we have some upcoming programs. One that we've just announced is a book club with Trey Lyles from the Sacramento King. And so we're doing a book club with him. And there's a drawing for people to participate in person, but we'll also have a virtual version as well. And that is we just announced that a couple days ago, and that's getting a lot of popular attention from folks. And then the final item for our report is our annual report, and you have print copies on your at your place, and we also have a little video that we will play now that will highlight a number of the great things we've done in the last fiscal year. And that video highlights only a number of the programs that we've done over the last year, the last fiscal year. And I just want to thank our staff for their hard work and the dedication they have in putting these together. These programs don't happen overnight. It takes a lot of planning and effort, and they do a really good job. And I also want to thank our community partners that participated and the Friends for supporting a number of our programs. Their help has been very valuable, and we appreciate everything that they do for us. And with that, I'll conclude my report and answer any questions you might have.
I want to compliment you on the beautiful layout for this. I don't know who did this, but it's really nice.
Our comm and marketing team, Lisa and her team, put that together, and they did a very good job, and I'll pass along the compliments, Chair Frost.
I thought we had an agreement on this picture never seeing the light of day with me and you in the crazy hats in front of Just Read.
I thought you wanted it in Chair Gateway. I'm so sorry, sir.
Did you mess that up? Never let it see the light of day? Means put it on the thing that everyone's going to get?
I must have misunderstood. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, Director Lefkowitz.
Yeah, I just wanted to, is this on?
No, I don't think it is.
It says mic is on.
I think you're good.
Maybe it's this. Is this, wrong mic. Yeah, I just want to congratulate you and your staff for an incredible year. And this is a beautiful publication. And I also wanted to just applaud you for your reentry program that you did at the library. The county office runs 3 reentry programs, one in Sacramento and one in Yolo and one in Placer. And to see you guys engaging in that, people who really need to be connected. So thank you for all that.
Special thanks to Trey Lyons for donating time. That's a big deal. We do have a public comment on this item from Ryla Williams. Hello, Miss Ryla.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Great. So, can you guys hear me?
If you stand in between those two mics right there, that's
here?
where we can hear you.
Okay. So, yes, I am Ryla Williams, and I appreciate the opportunity to be here today. I have been a patron of the Sacramento Library since 2009. I have been very fond of my memories of being a patron at the library. In fact, I've hosted over 36 workshops at Natomas Library to educate students and teens on teen dating violence. Recently, my emails were hacked at the library. And some of the reason why I'm here today is to request that the board implement I wrote it out, if you guys like to get a piece, to share this or make a copy.
You can just share it with the clerk and she can get a copy to all of us.
So I put together a policy for cyber hacking in the library because that's what happened to me. And this took place on January 3rd, and it was very devastating. And of course, by no means, I am not a professional policy writer, but I do hold a master's degree in public administration, and I have produced many policy and procedure manuals myself, and I also taught a college class of salesmanship teaching policy and procedures. So it's very important to me that I feel safe at the library, and it is important that everyone else feels safe at the library. On January the 3rd, the computer that I was using at the North Natomas Library was hacked. I was submitting an appeal for a public records request, and I'm sure everyone here knows when you submit a public records request, you get a receipt within 24 hours. I never received a receipt to that public records request. However, mysteriously, after staff received the document, this document here where I'm requesting, and I'll give this to the clerk as well, where I'm requesting an investigation be done of the incident that took place on January the 3rd. Mysteriously, the hacked information appeared in my email box. However, the district attorney for Multnomah County, the senior district attorney for Multnomah County, took note to what happened, and I have an email from him where he is basically saying, what's going on here? Because I had submitted my appeal, but the appeal was never received, and then all of a sudden it popped up as it was received on the 3rd of January, the date that I'm claiming that my emails were hacked at the library. And I'm willing to share this with you all if that's something you guys need to view. Currently, I am requesting the following. I would like for the video footage to be reviewed of the woman that hacked my computer while I was at the library on January the 3rd. I'm also asking that the notice of restriction that was given to me on January the 4th at the downtown library be corrected. It had the incorrect time, date, and location of the delivery. I'm asking that Mr. Cole correct his response letter to me to include 2 women who sat behind me. The woman who claimed I photographed her as she went out to her car, and the woman who I'm accusing of hacking my computer while I was at the library are 2 different women. However, Mr. Cole's response cited the contrary. Therefore, I am submitting my appeal to the notice of restriction, even though the requested time, location, and date of when I received the notice of restriction still remains to be corrected, even though my lawyer sent a letter on January 9th requesting these changes. I have submitted a police report for the incident that happened on January 3rd. However, the middle-aged woman that I am claiming took the information from my computer, I can't identify her if the video isn't released to me. I have made a public records request. It was promised to me on January 19th, and the staff at the library has not released that particular video. I also have a copy of my response, my appeal here. Again,
You have about 30 seconds.
okay. And I also like to quickly state that the person that tried to murder me in 2005 has continually followed me around everywhere I go. He goes to libraries because he knows I patronize the library. He goes to my medical providers, and he basically creates lies. I'm a criminal, I'm using fake ID, and for whatever reason, staff at these large municipalities with a level of integrity that they must uphold buys in to his lies and supports him. And I truly believe that that is what was going on at the library, because the appeal that I was making to the Attorney General's office was about what something that this man had done to me in Portland, Oregon. And I'm asking that Mr. Cole review the video, the entire video, and identify 2 women, not 1 woman, that actually harassed me on that date. And the woman that you identified in the letter as me harassing her, I have a letter, I have
Ms.
a police
Williams,
report.
can you wrap up your
Yes.
comments?
Yes. So I'm asking for the 3 items. I need a meeting with Mr. Cole so that he can fully understand what's going on and so that I can increase my safety at the library, that a policy for cyber theft at the library is implemented because it's something that is very serious, and also that the restriction, the notice of restriction, that the date and the location be corrected, and that my
Okay, let's do this. Let's, I think, first of all, I want to,
the guy who tried to murder me, his name is Robert John Larry, and I'm just mentioning his name for the record because he will not stop.
I'm really sorry you're having these problems. I want to ask Peter Coyle if you can meet with Ms. Williams.
Yeah,
and
Chair Frost, we have been in contact with her attorney.
Okay.
And so we can definitely continue those conversations. But because an attorney had been involved, we were working with her legal counsel.
Yeah, that's
through this.
appropriate. Yeah. And Ms. Williams?
I need to add that I no longer have him, so he's no
Okay.
longer my counsel, so that's why I'm here today.
Okay.
I'm not working with him at
Okay,
all.
thank you for bringing this to our attention. Cybersecurity is utmost importance to the library, and we definitely want to help if we can. So I think Mr. Coyle is going to follow up with you afterwards, and you can take it from there.
Can I have your card, Mr. Coyle? Do you have a card with you? Because for whatever reason, this whole cyber situation that's going on.
Ms. Williams, your time is up now.
Okay.
Thank you
Can
for
I
your
have a
public
card,
comment.
please? Okay,
You're
thank
3
you.
minutes over, so
Okay,
we
well,
tried
thank
to
you
give
for allowing me to
grace.
speak.
Thank you. Okay. Let's see, you had completed executive reports, okay, and we have no further public comment online. And do we have I don't see any hands raised online. I don't want to miss anyone if they have comments online. Okay, so let's go to our next item, which is information, our monthly financial report and our monthly treasurer's report. I'm assuming Johnny Yee is online since I don't see him here in the chambers. Does anyone have any questions regarding the informational items? And I also want to make a note that Mary Jane Lopez is online, and Director Brewer is in the house. And our next item is consent, and I'll ask the directors if they have any questions, something to pull.
I'll move consent calendar.
So we have a motion from Vice Chair Talamantes
Second.
and a second from Director Spees. I'm getting older, so I can't always hear well. Okay. I know you. Oh, my goodness. This side of the room. Okay. And a roll call vote, please.
Lisa Kaplan. Karina Talamontes.
Yes.
Katie Valenzuela.
Yes.
Katie Maple. Mai Bang. Bill Cerna.
Aye.
Patrick Kennedy. Rich Desmond. Sue Frost.
Aye.
Pat Hume. Mary Jane Lopez Taff.
Aye.
Rod Brewer. Kevin Spees.
Aye.
Sean Farmer. Garrett Gatewood.
Yes.
Bina Lefkowitz.
Yes.
Saul Hernandez.
Yes.
The motion passes with 10 members present.
All right. Our next item is, we move on to our action items, 7.1, election of board chair and vice chair for 2024. And so at this time, I think maybe a quick report out from Peter regarding if there's any specific rules as to who can serve as the next vice chair. Does it have to be a city or a county or?
Sure, Chair Frost. I might defer to our legal counsel. I don't think there's a set rotation. I think it's just a matter of practice. But I'm not a lawyer, so I'll let the lawyer answer the legal
sounds
question.
good. I'm not either.
Yeah, no, that's correct. We don't have set rules. We just have a schedule that has, typically has rotated between city members and county members for holding the chair and vice chair seats. So I think there's kind of a history of that that's included in your packet about who has been.
But one thing I did notice was that over time, it doesn't seem like a lot of the smaller cities had an opportunity to serve, and that the county and city did both trade off. But there is flexibility if we wanted that, and so.
I was just going to chime in if I could, Chair.
Oh, sure.
I think where you're going with this is kind of what I was thinking, since our current structure is having a county chair and a City of Sacramento vice chair, that I think the nomination should obviously be for Vice Chair Talamontes to move into the chairperson's seat. But I would like to suggest that representatives here in chambers and online for some of the other smaller cities kind of be the universe of consideration for vice chair.
That's what I was thinking too, just because it's been quite a while. And there was some expression from, okay. But please.
Steve, I'd like to nominate. Sorry, I apologize. Can you turn your name? Because I also don't remember you. Can I have Kevin, nominate Kevin to be vice chair?
You may.
Okay.
You may. And there was also some interest expressed from Mary Jane Lopez in Citrus Heights. I don't know if you want to. I think we should at least have the conversation, since you did mention it to me. And
Chair Frost, if I could interrupt you, I failed to acknowledge the fact that we also have a SCOE member too, right?
Yeah.
So I would think that should be part of that consideration as well.
So I'm not sure how. I think it's the will of the board, and who's got time and willingness to serve. So the names that had been tossed out to me as chair were Director Brewer, now Director Spees, and Director Lopez. So we have a nomination for Director Spees. I'll let the parties comment if they want.
I'll nominate Director Brewer too, and then maybe you two.
Now we have two nominations.
Is the other Director Lopez here?
Yes, she's online.
Oh, she's online. Oh.
Thank you. Make it easy, for me at least. Plenty of other people ready to do it. Knock yourselves out.
All right, you're up, bud. I'm going to slip it over there then.
Director Lopez, did you have any comments?
You know, in just observing the past rotation, I did see, just like you were mentioning, Chair Frost, how there is no representation from the surrounding cities. So I thought I might throw my hat in the ring just to represent the other cities in this regard.
Okay, so we have a nomination that has been withdrawn. We have a nomination for Director Brewer. I hate for this to get competitive, so I'm hoping we can just work it out between, what should I do?
Okay, there's 3 people that want the guy in Elk Grove. Right? Yeah.
Okay, are you good with keeping your hat ready for next year and throwing it in next year?
You're in there.
Absolutely.
Okay, that
No
sounds
problem.
good. Keep your hat on your head for another year. All right, okay, so we have a nomination for Director Brewer now. Director Spees is okay with that. And we have a second. Do we have a second?
Gary.
Second from Director Gatewood. And so roll call vote, please.
Lisa Kaplan. Karina Talamontes.
Aye.
Katie Valenzuela.
Yes.
Katie Maple. Mai Vang. Phil Cerna.
Aye.
Patrick Kennedy. Rich Desmond. Sue Frost.
Aye.
Pat Hume. Mary Jane Lopez Tapp.
Yes.
Rod Brewer.
Yes.
Kevin Spees.
Aye.
Sean Farmer. Garrett Gatewood.
Yep.
Bina Lefkowitz.
Yes.
Saul Hernandez.
Yes.
And motion passes with 10 members present.
Okay,
Did we vote her in as pres too? And punish her?
that
I
was
meant
for both.
Promote her?
So congratulations.
Yeah.
Vice Chair Talamontes will be the chair in the next meeting, or is the chair now, and I'm finishing this meeting, I guess. And congratulations, Director Brewer. All right, our next item
Right,
is...
Chair Frost, may I
Oh.
just take a point of personal privilege and thank you for your service. It's been a delight to have you chair, and I really appreciate the effort you've put in, and it's been a pleasure working with you this last year, so thank you very much.
Thank
job.
you. Thank you. Okay, our next item is 7.2, contract amendment, employment contract for our library director, and I'm looking to our board counsel.
Good afternoon, everyone. So at your December meeting, you did do a performance evaluation for Director Coyle. During that meeting, based on his performance, you asked me to bring back a contract amendment with a proposed salary increase. So that is what is on the agenda tonight for discussion. So, or this afternoon, I guess it's not evening yet. But so that's what's on the agenda for discussion and for public comment, if anyone has any public comment.
Okay. I am not seeing anyone chiming in. Oh, Director Cerna.
Madam Chair, Madam Clerk, do we have anyone signed up to speak on this matter? Madam Clerk?
Pardon?
Do we have anyone signed up to speak on this matter?
No, we don't.
Okay. Seeing that there are no public speakers.
I want to ask something. Can I have a copy of his salary increase? And
Excuse me. I
Excuse
have
me,
the floor.
you haven't
You're not-
been acknowledged. You have to wait for public
sorry.
comment.
Yeah.
If you want to make a public comment, you can fill out a card with the clerk, and then she can, when we're ready. Sorry.
I'm going to go ahead and move the recommendation.
I'll second.
Okay, and I see no further comments, except I did want to say, Peter, I want to congratulate you on your leadership since you got here, and I think it's a couple years now. We were coming out of COVID, and it was some cultural changes and a lot of new ideas and ways to operate libraries, and you're every bit as imaginative and a good sport about change and trying new things, and we're lucky to have you. And so we feel like you've earned it the hard way and a good way, so congratulations.
Well done.
And roll call vote, please.
Lisa Kaplan. Karina Talamontes.
Aye.
Katie Valenzuela,
Yes.
Katie Maple, Mai Vang, Phil Cerna,
Aye.
Patrick Kennedy, Rich Desmond, Sue Frost,
Aye.
Pat Hume, Mary Jane Lopez Taff,
Yes?
Rod Brewer,
Aye.
Kevin Spees,
Aye.
Sean Farmer, Garrett Gatewood.
Yep.
Mina Lefkowitz,
Enthusiastic, yes.
Saul Hernandez,
Yes.
and motion passes with 10 members.
And I need to apologize, my bad. I should have taken public comment before that vote, probably. So let's go to public comment now.
You did.
She's filling out a card. She wanted to make a public comment. And this time I'm going to give you 2.5 minutes. We normally give people a couple minutes, and I gave you a lot of extra time last time. So, Miss Williams, Miss Ryla Williams, please proceed.
Thank you, Ms. Frost, Chair Frost. I just simply wanted to know what one of those looked like. It was no real serious. I just wanted to know, like, what does that format look like? What does it look like when an executive director actually asked for a salary increase and make that proposal? So it wasn't like just him. I heard it and just never seen one before, that's all.
Okay, so we appreciate that, and I do want you to know that public comment is your opportunity to speak, but it's not necessarily something that we're allowed to have a dialogue back and forth. We don't generally have a dialogue back and forth, especially with items that are not on the agenda. But where can she go to learn more about the library budget, Peter?
Sure, Chair Frost. All of the documents here are on the website. We also have it, and Ms. Williams, I'm happy to email you a copy. I have your email. I can send you a copy, and we can also make sure you get a copy as well.
Okay, perfect.
There you go.
Madam
Thank
Chair,
you.
does anybody have a printed copy of the staff report? She could be provided. Is it not contained in the staff report?
I think yes.
Okay.
I don't have one, but yes, the chair.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect.
There you
That's
go.
it. There you go.
Perfect. Ask and ye shall receive. Good job. All right. Item 8 is reports, ideas, questions from board members. Director Cerna.
Oh,
Or you were up from the last one?
yeah, that's
Okay.
old. Sorry.
And I don't see any hands raised online, and so it is 3:43, and this meeting is adjourned.